And then we have a little video that kind of describes a little bit of the relationship between Matt and G and I, and what we want our future to be, what it's been, how we met, and all that. So that's coming right after. But first of all, why have a party, right? At Christmas time, Matt was like, hey, we need to have a holiday party. And I'm like, that's a great idea. And then I thought more about it. I said, yeah, with COVID, with what was it, Omicron, we should just wait, whatever. So as things got going, we realized, I thought, why have a party? And then I realized, you guys, 2 years ago, tonight is when COVID hit. Mm-hmm. Right? So all of a sudden I'm like, we gotta celebrate. Sorry, I'm gonna find we gotta celebrate that, right? And then I've had a couple of great, amazing years in the business. I've been obviously 15 years in the business. And what I've seen in the last 2 years is that I've worked with incredibly quality, amazing people in this community that have heart and love. And I just was like, these people need to meet and connect. And let's face it, it has been a rough couple of years. And I thought, this is the time, let's just celebrate, let's get together and celebrate what we have in common as opposed to what we have different. So that's another reason. And then, surprisingly, I was like, dude, March 2007 was 15 years in my business. So the Verite 15 came as an afterthought. So that's why we're here tonight. So how I became into this business, many of you know my past, some of you don't. I was a physical therapist. My mom is here. She got the video camera. So, 23 years old, graduated from Madison, and my mom's a great physical therapist. I'm not going to say how old she is, but she's been working as a physical therapist for over 50 years, and still works today, probably way more than we'd like, but about 40 hours a week. She's passionate about what she does, and she's very good at it. So I went into that field, whatever. I just, all of a sudden, things took me other places, and realized that I wanted to become a photographer. A lot had to do with the fact that my dad, after I came back from my trip in Australia, I spent 6 months there. I came back with this little Olympus camera, and I came back and I was underwhelmed by the photos that I took. And I was like, but you guys, it was much better than this, And my dad's like, well, that's because you didn't have an SLR Nikon digital camera. So I was like, what is that? So I took his camera, I went in my backfield, and I photographed the sunset, and I took notes, F2.8, I put all the notes down. And I started doing it. I started on film, and soon after that, moved to digital. And soon after that, physical therapy kind of became, I loved it. It helped me with people, helped me learn about my body, helped me learn about other people's bodies, but I realized it wasn't my passion. Something else took over. So that's I just sort of followed the path. So then Heidi Fannin, where's Heidi? Heidi Fannin.
I didn't do nothing.
Heidi goes, oh, you're really good at photos. You just need to get a business card and put your number on it. And 4 years later, I was like, F you, Heidi. Because it's hard work. Owning your own business, running your own business, doing this stuff from scratch is no joke. And so the first 5 years, I practically died. I made it through boxes of Kleenex and bottles of wine, and that was it. And I worked my business because I was still a physical therapist, from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. And it was hard. And I don't know, along the line, there's a lot of people that started giving me advice, as we all do to each other, right? And they started saying, hey, listen, you gotta figure out what you're really good at and what you love to do, and farm out, hire out, have other people help you with the rest. And it was I don't even remember. It was somebody in the room that told me that. I don't know who it was. But I was like, oh wow, that's really smart. And things kind of shifted from that point on. I realized that you're not going to figure everything out. We're not going to be good at everything. And we need help with the stuff that we're not good at. And the stuff that we're really good at, we got to rock the heck out of, right? So, what up my notes? Sorry. Okay, about this time when someone said you need help. Jean Dunn. 10 years ago, she came into the studio and she was like, hi, my name's Jean Dunn, and I got a degree in photography, and I'm an art history major, and do you need any help? And a year ago, I would have been like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, actually, I need a lot of help. Yeah. So I just need to say, this woman, I would not be here if it wasn't for the foundation that she's created for me. We are the yin and the yang. We are not social friends. We've never gone out together, but like I love her like a sister, like a family member. And more than anything, I trust her. And when you have someone behind you that's like helping you, like, you know, man the you know, the vehicle, and that you trust, it's everything. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jean. So, okay. So back to the other thing, do what you're good at, do what you love, and get help with the rest, right? So that brings me to the assignment that I had you guys all do tonight, which was, what is your superpower? So I thought, well, this is going to be a good icebreaker, right? I can, you know, and all of a sudden I went down, like 3 days ago, I had like an anxiety attack. So all of a sudden I was like, and I wrote, Camela. Oh shit, no one's gonna want to do this. Like, it is hard to talk about what our superpower is, right? We're not used to doing that, right? So, if it made you feel uncomfortable, join the club. So I think everybody here was uncomfortable with that process. So I'm gonna share with you a couple of my superpowers to get you kind of thinking about it, right? I feel like I can make people feel pretty comfortable in the moment, which is why photos, taking photos of people, it's about, I'm not anything special, I'm just here taking your photo, and, you know, so I create this kind of break down that barrier. That's one. I like to, step number 2, if you know me, I like to be here, and I like to go here. Like, I don't like fluff. I don't want to talk like freaky fracky conversation. Like, I want to know what you're really about, right? I love that. So that's my other superpower. Number 3 superpower is I know how to take a leftover and find the exact right size Tupperware container. Because not everybody can answer that superpower, and when they don't, I get really like confused. Like, how do you think that that is going to fit in there? Oh gosh. Okay, so my 4th superpower is, and this is the most important thing, and this is why I forced all of you guys to do something kind of uncomfortable, is I feel like I really do see other people's superpower, and it just like comes glaring through. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's me, it's a gift, or whatever, it's something divine, but it's something that what makes why taking pictures is such a beautiful experience for me, because at the end of the day, every person, if I've taken your photo in this room, there's a part of me that has fallen in love with you. Because that is exactly what happens. And I don't know where that started or what happened. I don't even, who cares, right? Let's not try to figure it out. That is my superpower. So, what else? So here's the deal, guys. We all have it. Everybody in this room has a superpower. And the fact that we don't know it and aren't comfortable recognizing it is kind of a big deal. Like, we need to, now this isn't about bragging about it, this isn't about boasting about it, it's about knowing that you have the superpower, you have it in you, and that when you have it, you cultivate it, and you start to work at it more, and you go, man, this is fun, let's go more and more into that, which is why having this business has been so fun, because I take that thing and I just go deeper and deeper and deeper. So, we all have it. The other thing is, so start to think about your superpower beyond today, right? The other thing is, I feel like I'm preaching. Here's the other part, is turn it around, right? Start to see the superpower in everyone around you. Your kids, your parents, your partners, your friends, strangers in the street, your clients, because everybody has it, and if you start to pan for gold, you start to pan for that superpower, you'll see it, and all of a sudden, it's pretty exciting. Okay, so I guess if we all focus less on our differences, less on what we disagree about, right? We disagree about a lot of shit, okay? In the last 2 years, we've had a lot of things to disagree about, and let's find more reasons why we're the same. Let's find the love and the superpower in each one. First of all, figure out what it is in yourself. Because if you can't name your superpower, there's a problem. And again, you don't have to brag. You just have to know it. You have to live it. So the more we can all do that, we create a better we heal ourselves, we create a better community, we create a better world. And everybody here knows this is a really hard time. It's been a hard couple of years. Seems like there could be some hard times coming forward. Let's start to create a foundation, especially in this community, where we can start to really work on that. So it sounds Pollyanna and it sounds altruistic, but that is why I wanted to have this event. And I thank you all so much for coming. And talking to Marco about grabbing one. And in the meantime, I haven't talked about Matt because this video explains the relationship that I have with Matt and our future together. So please watch the video, and then we're gonna have a toast, and then I'm having a dirty martini.